Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Muhammad Dinaikal bin Muhammad Najib. Today, I will present my conceptual paper entitled The Relationship Between Perceived Economic Benefit, Market Demand and Institutional Complicity Towards Human Trafficking Behavioral Intention in Malaysia. This study applies the theory of planned behavior, TPB, to explain the factors that influence the behavioral intention of human trafficking syndicates in Malaysia. So, without wasting time, let's get the move to what I want to talk about in this conceptual paper. Firstly, the global issue selected for this study is human trafficking. Human trafficking is one of the world's most serious human rights violations because victims are exploited through forced labor, sexual exploitation and other forms of abuse. Malaysia is recognized as a source, transit and destination country for trafficking activities. Many victims are migrant workers, women and children who are deceived or forced into exploitation. This issue continues because trafficking syndicates gain large financial profit while facing relatively low risk. The main problem addressed in this study is that although Malaysia has the ATIP SOM Act 2007, human trafficking continues to occur. The gap between legislation and actual enforcement has resulted in relatively low conviction rates against major trafficking syndicates. At the same time, trafficking continues because they receive high financial rewards. There is constant market demand for cheap labor, and institutional weaknesses reduce their fear of punishment. Therefore, this study is significant because it helps policymakers understand the root causes of trafficking instead of only responding after crime occur. On the next slide, this study proposes an extended theory of planned behavior framework. There are three independent variables. First is perceived economic benefit, which is represent the financial rewards expected by traffickers. Second is market demand, referring to the continuous demand for cheap labor and commercial sexual exploitation. And third is institutional complicity, which includes corruptions, weak border enforcement and poor coordination among enforcement agencies. These three factors are expected to influence the dependent variables, which is human trafficking behavioral intentions. This study proposes three hypotheses. First, perceived economic benefit has a positive relationship with human trafficking behavioral intention. The greater the expected financial gain, the stronger the intention to engage in trafficking. Second, market demand also has a positive relationship. High demand for cheap labor encourages traffickers to continue supplying victims. Third, institutional complicity has a positive relationship as well. Weak enforcement, corruptions, and poor institutional integrity increase traffickers' confidence that they can avoid punishment. Overall, these three factors are expected to strengthen the behavioral intention of trafficking syndicates. So, to recapitulate, this study contributes both theoretically and practically. From a theoretical perspective, it extends the theory of planned behavior by incorporating economic, market, and institutional factors into the explanation of trafficking behavior. From a practical perspective, the finding can assist policymakers in strengthening enforcement, improving institutional integrity, reducing market demand for exploited labor, and developing more effective anti-trafficking strategies. Ultimately, this research aims to contribute to reducing human trafficking and protecting vulnerable individuals in Malaysia. I hope all of you can understand a little bit of what I want to convey regarding to the relationship between perceived economic benefit, market demand, and institutional complicity towards human trafficking behavioral intention in Malaysia. So, thank you for your attention and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.